This video we will be doing Bora City. BTS is the best, not just my opinion. If you want to help this channel and the content that we make it, please help support our merchandise, our Patreon, our Discord, and our Twitter. All links are in the description. If you didn't hit the like button, make sure to hit the like button. Try and get the channel to grow. And the only way we're going to do this if you like, share, and comment on the content. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's go. Chi, get the yayo.
Get the yayo.
I became a fan of BTS in 2019. I knew about them a couple of years before, but I never really gave them a chance because I was not really into pop music. But when they released Boy With Love in 2019, I perceived some kind of counterculture image that really caught my attention. Of course, the most visible and shocking factors were their image, their performance, and their use of visual concepts. So I also got interested in K-pop as a whole because K-pop prioritizes these factors too. I researched a lot. I listened to hundreds of songs.
And that's the same exact thing that got me about BTS too, like their performances, the visuals, the songs, everything she just named. And everyone does that once you learn about BTS. You try to look into other K-pop stuff to see if there's other stuff that's similar to that.
And then you just kind of find out they kind of wanted their own.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of has their imagery with them, but they just did it differently.
Yeah, definitely.
And I still remember every big group and song from 2019, as well as the most popular K-pop songs ever. However, the more I discovered, the more I got bored of K-pop. So although I wanted to get deeply involved with K-pop in 2019, with time I only stay with BTS and my usual rock and metal bands. This is only my personal experience, and I can name you a million reasons why I believe BTS is the best. Not just my favorite, not just the most popular, but the best.
But I think a lot of people go through what she go through. You run into BTS, you start searching for other stuff that's similar. Then you find out, like you said, BTS is its own thing, and there's not nothing else out there that's like it.
Yeah, that's what makes them so unique. And you know what I'm saying? I can see why people are like drawn to them because they're definitely just that.
Yeah.
There is a popular conversation I see in every music fandom. Your favorite artist is not necessarily going to be the best artist. So if someone says that their favorite artist is XYZ, they are not necessarily arguing that this artist is the best. They are just saying that XYZ is their favorite. But I've noticed that in K-pop, this notion is not always present. To the contrary, many use favorite and best interchangeably. And I somehow came to the conclusion that this is because of BTS. Let me explain. K-pop is and has always been a niche industry. Not only it is niche because it has not truly entered the mainstream music industry, K-pop is also niche because almost every single group is created in a similar way, with performers that have the same range of skills, and that all target one specific audience. So in an industry where every group is so similar in concept to each other, wouldn't it make sense for the most unique group to eventually become the most popular one? My answer is of course yes. The most popular.
And that's what the first thing I started to notice is that a lot of the groups is built the same. They're pretty much doing the same type of music, the same structure of songs. So it seemed like it's like a lot of repeat. And then with BTS, it seemed like it's something different, completely different.
Yeah, completely different, and it's a certain level of risk with that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and that's what like. Not being afraid to take those risks is what allows you to be in that position to be so unique and so different.
Yeah,
because you're breaking down walls.
Definitely.
Group coming from the K-pop industry is undoubtedly the most unique group. I would even go as far as to say that they are the best group. I know this is a big statement because this phrase is ultimately the root of pretty much every big K-pop conversation. Whether this is argued by K-pop fans on social media, music critics on magazine articles, entertainment experts in South Korea, or even politicians in South Korea, the discussion about BTS being not only the most popular, but the best is so prevalent in pop culture. But why is this the conversation? BTS is the best.
This is definitely the conversation. We've been hearing it ever since we learned about K-pop. Everybody's got their favorite, and they defend who their favorite is, and who they like.
Oh, they definitely defend.
And on the internet, it's like
like Rams bumping heads.
Yeah, I got this stat. Well, I got this stat. Well, this stat is better. Well, now this stat is better, and it's a never ending cycle.
Yeah, but it's fun seeing the opinions.
Yeah, definitely.
Best at what? At everything? That sounds kind of crazy, but that is ultimately where every conversation goes, and I think there's a reason behind that. Back to my personal experience. It may be harsh to say that BTS ruined every other K-pop or Western group for me, but that's kind of what happened. Performance after performance, album after album, music video after music video. BTS proved to me, personally, that they have the best stage presence, the best composers, the best rap line, the best vocal line, the best dancers, the best music, that they are the most effective at transcending music genres and concepts, and even that they have the best story in the industry.
I have to admit that I think they are like the best at just switching genres and doing different styles. We've seen a lot of K-pop groups, and we've seen them a lot of them try a lot of different sounds. And some of them succeed, but it seems like a lot of the stuff that BTS try with different sounds, it succeeds.
Yeah, I just like what I'm hearing from them. And this is cool, like hearing her opinion or her reasoning, because I feel like everybody has their standard for why they feel this way or why they feel that way. But I like where she's going with this.
Definitely.
These are of course just opinions. Opinions that I realized I shared with millions of people. But the simple act of expressing this opinion can be seen as controversial or too self-centered or too uninformed in K-pop spaces. It must be that I don't know enough K-pop groups, or that I have not listened to the right small independent group from an unknown company, or that I'm too far gone in the BTS rabbit hole that I refuse to see how good every other group is. This train of thought is not exclusive to K-pop or pop. I've seen it closely in rock and metal fandoms, and I've also noticed it in many other genres of music or entertainment in general. Niche is unique, mainstream is basic. I know that admitting my favorite group is the most popular group is seen as boring, basic, like I only know the surface. And I get this to some point. BTS are the only ones in K-pop who have reached the level of mainstream, so a lot of their listeners really do only know the surface of K-pop. But my point is that BTS being the most popular doesn't take away from them being the best. In this specific case, I argue the complete opposite. BTS did not have the power to have an automatic successful debut. They did not have a super planned, effective marketing strategy. They did not have the budget to have high quality music videos, but they still surpassed every other artist in the industry because they are genuinely the best.
I'm just making like a lot of valid points. It seemed like this right here was like a once in a generation group that was put together. They got like some of the best vocals, some of the best rap lines, some of the best dances, some of the best people that make music and make their songs. So they just got a winning formula.
Yeah, and it worked out well for them. And they all put that level of energy and that level of dedication into their part.
I agree.
Puts this all together.
Definitely.
So why is the conversation always about BTS being the best in general? Why isn't the conversation about BTS being the best at singing, or the best at rap, or the best at dancing, or composing? I have a theory, and please don't get offended because there is nothing inherently wrong with what I'm about to say. But most K-pop groups don't go out of the box artistically because all of their artistic factors are given or instructed to them by their labels. In other words, the message of their music, the concepts of their performances, the exploration of their talents, and even the overall success of K-pop groups depend on their labels. The idols or performers can be very hardworking. They can practice their choreographies to perfection, but the general public won't become loyal fans of an amazing choreography to a mediocre song with average vocals at best. Not in the same industry where BTS exists. You may also ask, what about the outliers? What about those groups with a good start of an artistic identity? Or the groups with extraordinary choreographies? Or the groups with amazing vocalists? Again, zero disrespect to these artists because it doesn't have to be a bad thing, but they often lack many other factors that can make them reach the artistic level of BTS. Instead, if they focus on the one thing they are the best at, target the right audiences, and find the right sound for their voices, they would most probably succeed succeed in other industries. But in the K-pop and mainstream pop industries, the leading group is the multi-talented BTS, and labels just want to create another BTS, another multi-talented group, and that has failed hundreds of times because BTS is too good at being the best. The result is K-pop idols doing unbelievable choreographies to songs that are hard on the ears, amazing vocalists doing basic choreographies or even being forced to lip sync, and pretty faces having no other choice but to rap because they cannot sing. Some dancers are not good singers, some singers are not good dancers. Not every pretty face belongs to the stage, and all of this is okay. Just give these groups pleasant music people can actually listen to. Allow them to grow as artists and target the right audiences. Because
and I noticed that a lot too. It's like with BTS, it seems like they have like everything inside that group. And when you see like other groups, they have some stuff, they missing certain stuff. And that's what I'm noticing. Like she said, they have some of the stuff, but some of the stuff is missing. And I constantly see that.
That's when the groups just really come down to the point when they have to find their own identities.
Yeah.
Because like we've been saying this whole video, they are their own entity, and it works well for them.
You're not gonna out BTS at being BTS.
That's pretty much what it is. It's like, you know, what's your standard as compared to what is the standard? And at this point, it's looking like they have set that bar.
Yeah, definitely.
K-pop.
Definitely.
because BTS's audience is too used to seeing all of these talents together, so K-pop groups feel very mediocre in comparison. You wouldn't ask Adele to dance because she doesn't dance. Dancing would cheap her performance. Actually, not dancing allows her to make people view her in another category than multi-talented artists like Beyonce would be. People don't really compare Adele and Beyonce because they are very different kinds of artists. Definitely. So why do you keep setting your groups up for failure? BTS are the best artists in an industry that proclaims to celebrate multi-talented artists. Yet this same industry was unable or too lazy to try creating the perfect group until BTS happened. One can argue that groups like BTS cannot be fabricated because the lack of fabrication was what made BTS become BTS. They became good at showcasing all of these talents together while at the same time being individually excellent at their own thing. They got to this point because they wanted to succeed so bad that they had no other choice than grow and grow artistically very fast. In their first year and with almost no opportunities in the industry, they were already outperforming the biggest K-pop groups in the industry. And by outperforming, I don't mean numbers, of course. I mean that they actually performed better. People eventually noticed this, and this motivated BTS to grow beyond K-pop concepts. By their third year, BTS was getting the attention of audiences the K-pop industry thought would never listen. By their fifth year, BTS began their journey of becoming a supergroup, which is a group formed of amazing soloists. By their seventh year, they were already the biggest group in the music industry, targeting global audiences, composing very different genres of music, and even perfecting their identities as solo artists were things that came natural to them. They did not do what was given to them because they were not given a lot. So yes, BTS worked harder and more creatively. And more importantly, they never stopped growing. In an interview, Suga of BTS talked about the
It's like when you don't have all the resources and assets as the other people have, you got to think of creative ways to actually get stuff done and actually help them that they didn't have the budgets and all that stuff because they had to think creatively outside the box to compete with these much bigger companies.
Oh yeah, because you're still going to achieve your goal.
Yeah.
You're not just going to throw it out the window.
Yeah.
But like you said, you just got to come up with creative ways to get there, creative ways to do it.
And that's what they did.
Exactly what they did.
Multiple analyses being done about their success. But what he noticed, and what I've also noticed in many of these analyses, is the theory that BTS is the biggest group because they are simply the best. They have practiced and have grown artistically so much that no matter what kind of event, festival, award show, or TV show they are performing at, they know for a fact that they will be the best.
우리에 대한 이 분석이 정말 많았거든요. 방탄소년단 어떻게 잘 됐을까, BTS는 어떻게 잘 됐을까. 무대 보시면 아시겠지만 잘해요. 정말 연습도 남들의 몇 배는 했다고 생각을 하고 지금 또 마찬가지로 그렇게 하고 있고 무대에 올라갔을 때 우리가 제일 잘한다고 생각을 했어요. 물론 이 스포츠는 아니지만 그냥 무대 대 무대로 붙여봤을 때 질 것 같다는 생각이 한 번도 든 적 그만큼 준비를 많이 했고 저희가 처음부터 잘 된 건 아니었어가지고 정말 별의별 상황들을 다 겪어봤어요. 그러다 보니까 대처할 수 있는 경험도 많았었고 그로 인해 가지고 무대에서 더더욱 더욱 좀 멋있게 할 수 있지 않았을까. 여러 가지 경우의 수들을 다 경험해봤기 때문에 그 경험이 제 자신감의 근원이지 않나 생각이 듭니다.
Basically, like, yo, this wasn't given to us. We went through a lot of trials and tribulations to get into the spot that we in. Not only did we go through them trials and tribulations, but we learned a lot on the way. We was on a lot of different stages. We wasn't always on the big stage, so we now work a small stage. We now make a medium stage. We now work a big stage because we did it all on our way up.
And I like the way Sugar's confidence level is set up. He's like, you know, that's not arrogance. That's his confidence in what he believes the product they're putting out.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't care what stage you put us on.
Yeah, we the best.
I believe we gonna be the best at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
You gotta love that.
Yeah, definitely.
I hope this video can explain my anecdote from the introduction. It's easy to say that I only think BTS is the best because I don't know many K-pop groups. I receive those comments all the time. But I actually believe I consider BTS as the best because I know all of these K-pop groups as well as Western boy bands. I know their go-to dance moves, personalities, and repetitive concepts. I notice how frequently they don't sing live, and I notice their lack of worry about their actual art. Of course, I'm not saying that they are not talented or hardworking. There's a lot of talented performers with all the abilities to grow artistically. But again, don't make Adele dance. She doesn't need Beyonce's audience. The best at being BTS are BTS, and it's inevitable for the rest of K-pop groups to appear mediocre in comparison. In the meantime, I'll continue affirming BTS is the best because I believe they are. Yes, it's an opinion, but it shouldn't be a controversial one.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube. And
Samar Wilson here representing Ghetto Action News Network _ all lowercases.
No spaces.
You can find us on Facebook, and when you do, follow the page, like the page, share the page, and come on back. All right, we're gonna get right into this video. This video is titled "BTS is the best, not just in my opinion." I like how they created this video because it's very easy to be like, "This is how I feel," and "This is my opinion," because we all have them.
Right.
But she tried to make it as best she could to make her point valid by taking the facts that she did have and just throwing her opinion in with it. I thought that was dope though. You add the visuals to that and you have entertaining video. I liked it from beginning to end. How you feel about this?
I think it was a dope video. I like the way she put it together. I feel like a lot of the stuff that the way she feel, because we got introduced to BTS first, and a lot of other stuff after you watch BTS, it seemed kind of like boring. It seemed kind of repetitive. Just like she was saying, sometimes it seemed even a little cheesy. So I got everything that she was saying from this video. I like how she put this video together. Can't wait to do more from BTS. But until then, it's your boy TRE-TV, and I'm out.